Is the 2023 or 2024 Honda CBR500R a good beginner motorcycle? Well, here are my thoughts as a beginner rider who has a CBR500R as their first motorcycle. Here's my short answer. Yes, if your wallet is deep enough. So the 2024 Honda CBR500R is pretty much the exact same as the previous year's 2023 CBR500R, except for a few details. Also, if you looked at Honda's website and compare the features page with the 2024 and the 2023 model, it's almost word for word copy-paste subscriptions. Now, for the engine. They both have a 471cc liquid-cooled parallel twin 4-stroke engine, coming in at 46.9 horsepower at 8,600 RPM, with their torque reading at 31.8 pound-foot at 6,500 RPM. Both bikes have a 6-speed transmission. For the front suspension, the 2024 has a 41mm Showa SFFBP fork with 4.7-inch travel compared to the 2023, which has a 41mm Showa SFFBP with a 4.3-inch travel. Both the 2024 and the 2023 have the same rear suspension with a Pro-Link single shock with 9-piston spring preload adjustability with 4.7-inch travel. The 2024 front brake has dual 296mm discs with 4-piston calipers and ABS. The 2023 front brake has dual 295mm discs with 4-piston calipers and ABS. Both the 2024 and the 2023 rear brake have a single 240mm disc and ABS. Tire sizes are the same for both, with the front as 120/70R17 and the rear as 160/60/17. The wheelbase for both the 2024 and the 2023 is 55.5 inches, and they both have a seat height of 31.1 inches. The 2024 sports a wet weight of 421 pounds, whereas the 2023 sports a wet weight of 423 pounds. They both hold 4.5 gallons and can get up to 72 miles per gallon, depending on how you ride. In conclusion, these differences are near negligible. One thing the Honda CBR500R has is a slipper clutch, and I tell you right now, that thing has saved me more times than I can count. So, what is a slipper clutch? A slipper clutch is a special type of clutch that reduces the effect of engine braking during rapid downshifts. It allows the clutch plates to slip against each other, creating a controlled slippage that prevents the rear wheel from locking up. Essentially, it helps, especially if you're a new rider. Put it like this, without the slipper clutch, I would have dropped and stalled my bike more times than I would like to admit. Now, let's talk about the exhaust. One of the many beauties of all motorcycles. When it comes to the exhaust, a lot of riders like to change it to something that sounds better in their ears. And after watching different videos and audio clips, I thought that I would definitely need to change the exhaust to something else. However, after buying the bike, I realized that all the videos and clips that I watched did not represent the real sound that came out of this motorcycle. The stock exhaust actually has quite a deep resonating sound. In my opinion, it sounds really good. With that being said, I do think I'm going to change it in the future, but not anytime soon. Another note is on the mirrors. These mirrors are nice, big, and wide. I really get a good view of my sides and behind me. I was planning on switching these mirrors to those Rizoma Stealth mirrors, but after riding this bike with the stock mirrors, I just never wanted to actually change them. Now, the main differences that really stand out between the 2023 and the 2024 model are 4 things: the color, the dash, the winglets, and the newly added traction control for the 2024 model, or as Honda calls it, Honda Selectable Torque Control. The 2024 CBR500R comes in a matte black metallic color and its standard Grand Prix red color, whereas the 2023 comes with the sword silver metallic color and the Grand Prix red color. The 2024 dash boasts a new 5-inch TFT display with smartphone connectivity via Honda's RoadSync app, compared to the 2023, which has an LCD dash. Now, I ride a 2023 model and I have no problems with visibility for the LCD dash. Unlike the 2023 version, the 2024 has new winglets on the side of the fairings, which adds a little bit more to the style of the bike. Finally, the 2024 model has traction control, or the Honda Selectable Torque Control. The 2023 model does not have any type of traction control. Now, let's talk the ride. First off, I am a beginner motorcycle rider. I'm just about a year into riding, and I'm by no means a master rider. When I first got into riding, I practiced on my dad's 1200cc Cafe Racer style Triumph motorcycle, which, now that I look back at it, was a pretty steep hill to start on. But shortly after dropping his bike a handful of times, I took the motorcycle rider safety course. For those that know what the MSF is, those bikes are much smaller than the 1200cc that I started on. After taking the course, I realized that I wanted something in between the MSF motorcycles and my dad's. So after some research and comparison, I found the 2023 Honda CBR500R and the 2023 Kawasaki Ninja 400. I wanted something that would be good to start on, but also something that I wouldn't outgrow after the first 6 months or even a year riding it. So I chose the 2023 Honda CBR500R, and I do not regret my decision. Now, as a reminder, the 2023 and the 2024 Honda CBR500R have similar specs, mechanics, and handling. The only differences are the color, dash, winglets, and the traction control. Let's talk about the riding position. It is comfortable for a sport bike. A lot of sport bikes have an aggressive lean when sitting on top of the motorcycle. The CBR500R has a more forgiving riding position. However, it's not so upright that it doesn't feel like a sport bike anymore. I can still tuck in, lean forward, and ride as if I'm a little rocket. So you kind of get the best of both worlds. You can ride more comfortably if you want to, and you can ride more sporty if you want to. So if you like a more relaxed sitting sport bike, this would be perfect. Here's the other thing about the comfort of this bike. It doesn't feel like I have to force it to do anything. Every time I lean, turn the handlebars, roll the throttle, shift, brake, it never feels like I'm fighting against it. Rather, it almost feels like it's gliding across the asphalt road. It's smooth, stable, and most of all, really fun. With that being said, the stock windshield doesn't prevent much wind. I can feel nearly all the wind blowing against my head, face, and upper torso when I'm riding in a relaxed position. However, being in a tucked position, I don't feel much wind against my body. The seat height sits at 31.1 inches, and as a 5'5", 180-pound rider, this is a good height. I can't flat foot the motorcycle with both feet, but my toes are nearly flat, if not on the balls of my feet. And when leaning to one side, I can flat foot one of my feet without the bike feeling like it's about to tip over. Again, riding in a sunny, cloudy, or even a bit of a rainy session, I have had no issues when it comes to reading the LCD dash. If anything, there was a time when I couldn't see my phone screen during one sunny day. Overall, my riding experience with the Honda CBR500R motorcycle has been spectacular. When I ride this motorcycle, it feels like it will last me a lifetime without becoming boring. Now, here comes the big issue with this motorcycle. The 2024 Honda CBR500R comes in at a whopping $7,399 MSRP. The 2023 version comes in at $7,299 MSRP. That's why at the beginning, I said that this bike was a good beginner motorcycle if your pockets are deep enough. If this bike is outside your price range, I'd definitely check out something like Kawasaki's new Ninja 500, which comes in at $5,299 MSRP. Overall, after everything, I believe the Honda CBR500R is a great beginner motorcycle. It's something that will be forgiving for new riders as well as last you a lifetime of fun rides.